Hello there, how you doing and welcome back. Now in today's edition of the rich sauce review in the wholesome manner that we have come to see so far here on the channel, we are going to have another look at an entry which we covered not too long ago, Kaleo, and their latest single, Hey Gringo. And as we all know, I really enjoyed the last song they released, Skinny, and it seems like you all enjoyed having a quick look-see and listening to my thoughts on that song as well, so I thought, why not visit them again? As some great intellectuals say, if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
So without wasting that much time, let us immediately grab our warm caffeinated drinks, caffeine up, if you will, and jump into the ingredients section of this latest release. So, after Skinny, I truly thought that the upcoming album Surface Sounds had kind of shown off its coup d'etat, its crowning achievement, its greatest little cheeky song, because fuck me, that was a very good song. Hey Gringo really delivers on three factors which I always seem to enjoy here on the channel: variety, quirky guitar riffs, which at the same time capture some traditional blues influences but offer something new, and using keys and choirs to add some flair, fill the space in the background, and deliver some truly spicy musical tastes and flavors. And on these grounds, obviously, JJ Julius Sung's vocal specifically, as good as it always is not the centerpiece of this specific song. I'm really glad to say that the rest of the band, the rest of the instruments fill in the space and offer something really tasty to bite into. As I just said, the guitar riff is, in my opinion, really fun, tasteful. It has a good rhythm to it. The tone on that guitar is absolutely so crunchy, so tasty. It's really clean, but at the same time, you can definitely hear some mud, some dirt on it. And I'm presuming that they were probably playing on, what about 5, 6, maybe 7 on the volume knob of the guitar itself. And then when time comes to get to that climax, they really crank it up to 9 or even 10. You can hear the distortion, the gain of the amplifier push through as the amp really gets put through a fun workout. Oh, and as per usual, just a quick reminder to subscribe down below if you're enjoying the video so far. And I'm really enjoying the wholesome little community of people which seems to be forming so far, so let's keep that up, shall we? Moving on, we have a fun little choir that plays along, adding some depth, adding some grit to the rest of the song, which in full disclosure, although, you know, we all know I'm very wholesome in the way I review things, I like to always say nice things, because at the end of the day, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't be a dick. I wasn't 100% convinced by the choir, there was something feeling a bit off to me, until that aforementioned climax, that moment when the guitar turns up, the moment where the vocal by our beloved frontman takes a little step back, and the choir just kind of carries the song away, accompanied by some really fun keys, which I'll get to in a second. And that's when it really convinced me and took me away. As you know in previous songs, I really love it when keys, choirs, horns always just kind of enter in on the scene of rock and roll, giving some variety to the ear as opposed to the traditional and standard guitar, drums, bass, and vocal. You know, something different, something fun, something that really is just universally musical and enjoyable to listen to. As I just said, also, don't forget that there are some keys involved. There's also a little bit of a horn section coming in for a spicy fucking solo in the middle. The keys mirror the chords of the guitar, they mirror them tasty notes, adding some depth. The horn section, just fun. The power of having a trumpet, having a sax, having something that you can just kind of blow into and, you know, do the whole... really add some flair and musicality to your piece, which never comes off as gratuitous, always is really enjoyable, and trust me, I fucking appreciate it. But the flavor of this song, I believe, is the harmonica. The tone and the pure attitude in that little harmonica, in the sections where it's implemented, and the way that it really mirrors the tone of the guitar as it slightly grows in its aggression and dirt, really takes the song home for me. And, you know, makes it stand out. And, I mean, it's not going to stand up to Skinny as a musical piece, but fuck me, it's another little surprise to really add some depth to this album. And I really look forward to it. Now that we've gone over the ingredients of this song and this newest entry into the Surface Sounds catalog, why don't we go over the flavors? Now, when you listen to Hey Gringo, you're not getting a song that's as deep, as intoxicating and Skinny. You know, maybe you won't get a lyrical depth that is capable of standing up to such a song. But what you are getting is a little bit more of a traditional, entertaining, fun, bopping doo-dah to get behind, and the type of song that I really like to hear in a lot of albums. One of those additions which in no way seems gratuitous, reminding me a bit of a Stone Free, reminding me a bit of When the Levee Breaks, reminding me a bit of a Can't You Hear Me Knocking. Those pieces which perhaps aren't the centerpiece and most attractive song of the album in itself, but are just so good that they show off that there's a lot of work, there's a lot of passion going into every single one of the songs in the catalog. So all fun, all entertaining for me. And after all, as they say in the song, they are self-aware, they know it's not the deepest piece of all time. The focus is on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Perhaps a bit of a hint and an Easter egg referencing Ian Dury. Who knows?
Or is it?
And at the end here, we are going to tackle the topic of presentation, because let's say it again, let's say it as per usual. My children, my friends, my peers, although those three don't really work together in a list. What good is a delicious and tasty sauce if it looks like shit and no one wants to eat it? You silly donut. Well, here we're getting some really fun variety. We're getting some interesting riffs, some fun little guitar parts, and a lot of elements which go into delivering a interesting song that has its own way of filling the musical space and keeps you engaged and interested throughout the song. And although throughout the video I have pointed out many times that it does not, in a way, in my opinion, stand up to Skinny specifically, because I really, really love that song. In no way does that mean that it is a bad song. It doesn't mean, you know, it's still a fucking good song. Skinny's just that much better. And on the topic of talking about that one being better than the other and this and that, we all know you like numbers. We all know you are waiting for the standard moment where we put the song, we put Hey Gringo on the scale of sauce. Where does it stand? What does it look like? How do we do? Well, if Skinny was a cool and easy 93%, which I'm telling you now because we weren't doing the scale of sauce back in when I did that video, we are going to place Hey Gringo on a chill, relaxing, and easy 85%. I would have gone a little bit higher, but again, the fact that that choir wasn't convincing me too much in the middle section leading up to the climax of the song kind of holds it back for me, but in no way does it damage the rest of the quality of the song, and, you know, still a fucking great song. I'm gonna pay it the respect that it deserves in my usual wholesome way. And I hope you agree with me. Tell me what you think of the song. Did you enjoy it? What did you think? So that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this latest edition of the Scale of Sauce, although it's a couple of days late. I think that it's well warranted. Thank you very much for watching. Do remember, subscribe down below if you've enjoyed. It will definitely mean a lot to me. And yeah, that's it on my end. And as per usual, do remember to stay classy, my beautiful internet people.